morning. Good morning. So today we are going to talk about introductory paragraphs, what they are and different types. So first of all, why do we have an introductory paragraph? Why can I not just write my thesis and start my essay? Why do I have to write another paragraph? Not support background. Support is more for the body, but we can give background. So, introductory, what verb do you see in there? Introduce. Okay, so an introductory paragraph does two things. First, I'm going to introduce the topic to the reader. Okay, simple and obvious. And I also want to grab the reader's attention. This is where I want to hook the reader. I do not know about you, but I'm a pretty busy guy. I have cats to play with, I have Twitters, I have all of your Twitters to check, I have Facebook statuses to post. So if your essay is not exciting, I'm not going to read it. Your introductory paragraph is your chance to excite me, okay? So, in our introductory paragraph, we have different things that we should do and things that we should not do. So something we should do I want to make it relevant to the rest of my essay. If my thesis is about the importance of chai in Turkish culture, I am not going to tell you about my favorite drink at Starbucks in my introductory paragraph, okay? Not relevant. But I have a question for you. Do you remember Joshua's presentation about the Battle of Manzikert? Okay. He began that presentation with a quote from Napoleon Bonaparte. All right? Napoleon he was French, and he lived in a very different time and place than the Battle of Manzikert. So, was this relevant or irrelevant? It was relevant. Why?
He was a soldier, and he had worked about the history.
Okay, so Abdul Kadir says that it was relevant because Napoleon was a soldier and it was a quote about history. You are half right, my friend. It was relevant. It was not relevant because Napoleon was a soldier. The reason it was relevant was the quote that history is a myth agreed upon. The idea there that history is something that is not a hard fact, but something that can change depending on people's beliefs. So that is what was directly relevant to Joshua's thesis about the differing opinions on the Battle of Manzikert. So maybe if you thought this seems irrelevant, maybe this is confusing to the reader, you could change that and you could begin that presentation saying, it was once said that history is a myth agreed upon. It is not important in that presentation that Napoleon said that, okay? So another thing that we want to do provide necessary background info. And to do that, it is important to think about who is your reader. What do they know? What don't they know? So if I am writing about our friend, Mr. Mustafa Kemal, if I'm writing about Ataturk in Turkey, I do not need to introduce him, okay? I hope you all know, I think you Mustafa Kemal Atatürk is. However, if I am in America writing about Ataturk, I am going to have to say Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, comma, the founder of the modern Republic of Turkey, comma, was a very important man. Okay? So you have to think about who your audience is, what do they know, what background information do I need to give. Also, do not give too much background information. If I am introducing Ataturk to an American audience, in my introductory paragraph, I will explain that he founded the Republic of Turkey. I will not tell you when and where he was born. I'm not going to tell you about Çanakkale. I'm not going to tell you about his favorite food. Okay? That is not necessary in my introductory paragraph. So your introductory paragraph should have at least 2 sentences before your thesis statement. Why? Well, an introductory paragraph does not have to be very long. It is better for it to be shorter rather than longer. And a basic paragraph has at least 3 sentences. 2 sentences, not really a paragraph. So it is perfectly okay if you can write a good 3-sentence introductory paragraph. So we need at least 2 sentences before the thesis because the thesis statement comes at the end. Okay. So now we know some of the things we want to do in our introductory paragraph, but what do we not want to do? Don't make it too long. Introduction. Someone said, so teacher, this is like having soup before your meal. Yes, it's like having soup. Soup is the small course in your meal, all right? It's just the beginning. Everything, the important information is going to come later. Do not repeat your ideas in your introductory paragraph. You are going to lead us to your thesis statement, and you are going to support your thesis statement throughout in the body of your essay, and you are going to paraphrase, summarize, restate your thesis statement in your conclusion. So in your introduction, do not give us the same idea 2 or 3 times. Do not say I'm going to talk about or this essay is about. Never use that in your introductory paragraph. Do not give specific supporting details. Those belong in the body of your paragraph, of your essay. So one way I like to think about an introductory paragraph is like a movie trailer. Okay, it is going to give you the basic idea, what is going to be in the essay, what is going to be in the movie. It is going to excite you. You are going to want to read the rest of the essay. You are going to want to see this movie. But it is not going to give away all of the crucial information, okay? I see the trailer for Star Wars. I know that it is a movie about a long time ago in a galaxy far away. I know that there are fighter jets and aliens and things like that, but the trailer does not tell me that Princess Leia is Luke's sister. The trailer does not tell me that Darth Vader is Luke's father, okay? That would, if it told me that, why would I watch Star Wars, right? It's a good movie, I would watch it anyway. But the point being that the introductory paragraph should be like a movie trailer. Tell me what it's about, give me the main idea, make me want to read it, but don't tell me that Darth Vader is Luke's father, okay? Any questions? I will try to teach you how to write essays using Star Wars as an analogy as best I can. Okay, so the first kind of introductory paragraph we have is called general to specific. General to specific looks like this. It looks like an upside down triangle or pyramid. We start very general and then we end very specific. And so this is our thesis statement, okay? You can also look at it how I begin a class here. I walk in and I say, how are you doing? How was your weekend? What did you do this weekend? Okay, great, now I'm going to ask you about thesis statements. I try to, we start broad and then we come and then I start the lesson itself. I don't walk in and say thesis statements now, okay? So here, this is an example of a general to specific introductory paragraph. The 20th century saw greater technological developments than the rest of mankind's history combined. Medical advances brought x-rays, chemotherapy, and open heart surgery. Entertainment evolved from the silent picture to Star Wars, to the Matrix. The weapons of war grew to include automatic weapons, atomic bombs, and biological agents. Yet, the greatest technological achievement is something you can neither see nor touch, the internet, which has affected how we communicate, do business, and understand the world around us in ways that cannot be undone. So here I start very general, and I'm saying technological developments in the 20th century. Then we start talking about medicine, talking about entertainment, let's talk about war, and then here, internet, okay? So, technological developments in general, start giving you specific examples, going down, down, down. Now the most specific example, the most important thing I'm talking about, the development of the internet, okay? So notice the parallel structure in sentences here. I give medical advances, entertainment, and weapons of war, and each of them are supported by 3 examples there. And so in our thesis statement, yet the greatest technological achievement is something you can neither see nor touch, the internet, which has affected how we communicate, do business, and understand the world around us in ways that cannot be undone. What's my topic? The internet. What is my controlling idea? The greatest technological achievement. So I'm going to tell you why and how it is the greatest technological achievement. And so what are my predictors? So how we communicate, how we do business, and understand the world around us. So what, in my paragraph on how we communicate via the internet, what am I going to talk about? For example, social media, great. I'll talk about Skype and Twitter and Facebook. Talking about how we do business. Sending emails, maybe I will talk about things like Amazon.com or Yemexapeti. I mean, that is a good example of how we do business differently through the internet and how we understand the world around us. What is an example of that? The news, Wikipedia, yeah, absolutely. Okay, our next form of introductory paragraph is the anecdote. An anecdote is a short, brief story. The anecdote can be in the first person, can be in the third person, it can be true, it can be fiction, okay? The point of the anecdote introduction is to lead us to our thesis statement. Here is an example of an anecdote introductory paragraph. There was once a kind woman who truly had a heart of gold. She donated all of her wealth to the poor and lived a very common life. In her free time, she helped students with their homework. One day, while she was helping blind children cross the street, she was hit by a drunk driver and died immediately, left on the street like a large, bloody pancake. You know pancake?
Yes.
Goes in a minute? Yeah. Okay. The drunk driver did not stop, but sped away like a coward and was not punished for his crime. As demonstrated by this example, life is cruel and unfair, and it rewards those who lie, cheat, and steal. Hey, it's life. So what's my topic?
Life.
Yeah, my topic is life. Okay, what is my controlling idea? Cruel and unfair. And what are my predictors? Okay, so my predictors are talking about people who lie, cheat, and steal. So what do you think, what is an example, what could I talk about people who lie? Okay, someone who lies about committing a crime, maybe a man who has an affair and lies about it, and so he has his wife and his family, and he has his girlfriend, his mistress on the side, he lies about it. What about cheating? What can you tell me about cheating? Maybe, I don't know, students who cheat their way through medical school and become doctors when really they don't know what they're doing. Or stealing, maybe talking about investment bankers who steal money from people that they should not steal money from, but they are rewarded, they make lots of money, and they buy homes on you gotta... Yeah, okay. All right, so this is an example. This anecdote illustrates the idea that life is not fair, and the people who do not deserve it are sometimes rewarded. And I will support that idea throughout the body of my essay. Finally, we can have a historical introductory paragraph. A historical introductory paragraph, we provide the historical context. Okay, so this is where we are providing background information. The background information that is relevant and necessary to understand the context, the conditions, and the situation that lead to the thesis statement. The beginning of the 21st century was a difficult time for America. In the aftermath of September 11th and George W. Bush's 2 wars on terror, the nation lost much of the world's respect. The country's once glorious reputation as a force for good in the world was replaced by one of imperial aggression, arrogance, and stupidity. Bush's attempts to bring freedom to Iraq and Afghanistan were near total failures with unbelievable human and monetary costs. However, the 2008 election of Barack Obama signaled a new chapter in America's history, a return to reason. So, what is my topic in my thesis statement? Barack Obama, the election of Barack Obama, or just Barack Obama. What is my controlling idea? What about him? Yeah, he was a new chapter or a return to reason. So I'm saying that Barack Obama, good, okay? Now, why do I give you this historical context? Why don't I use an anecdote and tell you about Barack Obama playing with his dog at the White House? Why is this the historical context I choose?
To give some backgrounds about Barack Obama's behaviors.
Is this about Barack Obama's behavior?
The reason for Barack Obama's behaviors.
Yes, so my thesis is saying that Barack Obama signals a return to reason. So a return means going back to something. So here I show you the historical context. I show you how with George W. Bush, America lost its reason. So this is the context for why Barack Obama signaled a change, a return to reason. So these are our 3 main types of introductory paragraphs. We can have general to specific, anecdotal, and historical. All of these are different ways that we can lead to the same conclusion of our thesis statement that will then begin the rest of our essay. And that is an introduction to introductory paragraphs.